New R454 unit that we ain't taking any out. It is charged to factory specs. All right, well, this is a brand new R454 unit that we are commissioning. No, I don't have this one set up. I gotta find my R454. Let's see here. How do I find? Forget how to do that. All right, got the old gauges worked out. Got the right refrigerant in there. Updated my gauges. Now I can do this without spilling a bunch of refrigerant. That wasn't too bad. We'll get this thing set up. So we can check our superheat and subcool. Due to the shortage that's going on, I will not charge this thing all the way up to factory specs, because we are short on refrigerant like everybody else. So the goal here is to get it within an operating range so that it will function properly. So as long as we can get it to function properly, that's our goal. Got my field piece scale. Believe it or not, this is my first time actually getting to charge R454. So I got to bust out the tank adapter. Evidently, they child-proofed the plastic bag. Would you look at that? It's nice and shiny. I mean, that's pretty. Oh yeah, lefty tighty, righty loosey. All right. So, getting everything hooked up. Well, that'll throw me off doing that backwards. That's closed. That's closed. I don't even have a subcool number on here. That's how low it is. I think they're coming low from the factory as well. Now, if you know anything about charging a system, you know there was air in the lines. Now the refrigerant has compressed all that air. So I'm going to wait till some liquid comes out. There we go. De minimis. I will do the same on the low side. We've purged. But by the way, that's acceptable. All you environmentalists out there. Completely acceptable. It's called de minimis. There you go. Besides that, R454B is like the most healthiest thing for the planet. You should be celebrating it. Okay. I'm going to zero the old scale. And we're just going to trickle charge her. Just a little trickle. A little bit. And we're adding in about a couple ounces every momento. Let's go see what the factory subcool is supposed to be. Degrees Fahrenheit. This new train calls for 12 degrees subcool. And they actually put it in Celsius there too, which I think is kind of cool. So Probably ain't going to make it 12, but I'm going to get her close. Reason being is we've been informed that some of the units are a little undercharged. So almost at every install we do, we're going to have to add refrigerant to it. And frankly, there's probably not enough to do every install we do. So if we can get all the systems up functional, then we'll come, with regular maintenance plans and whatnot, we'll come back by and we'll fill them bad boys back up later in the year once hopefully everybody can get their hands on 454. And I hope the pricing of R454B is better too. So this unit is the new Train multi-speed. So it's inverter based, but it's not communicating, it's only 24 volt mode. So if you got a Y1 and a Y2, and it adjusts itself based on outdoor temperature, a Y1 call, a Y2 call. So they've gone away from just a straight two-stage system and gone to a multi-speed system. I like it. It's pretty quiet. You can probably hear me just fine. Old systems, these things would be just roaring. Yeah, we're going to put a little more juice in this thing. We're going to let it ride there a little bit, see what she does. The electronic expansion valve on the Train TAM-X air handler now needs to sit there with its sensors and adjust itself. So right now the superheat's dropped out because I'm adding refrigerant. Those, you cannot rush a electronic expansion valve. You cannot. You got to give them things 15, 20 minutes for them to regulate themselves. Guys will say, 10 minutes. No. I've watched them be wrong at 10 minutes, and you go, I need to add refrigerant. They dump more refrigerant in there, and then they let it run for a good 20, 30 minutes when they're done, and it overshoots. You get way too high a subcool. You've overcharged the system at that point. So I hate to say it, but patience is a virtue, This ain't your grandpa's air conditioner. This ain't the beer can cold days. That line gets cold. Like a beer can, or I like to say soda can because I don't drink. But it gets cold like that, but you just can't measure them that way anymore. They're way too complicated. In fact, you really gotta tech up. I hear too many times by technicians, they go, I ain't touching those things. I don't like working on them. And that always bugs me. I'm like, well, that's the way it's going. I feel like the HVAC industry is where the automotive industry was in the 70s and 80s. In the 70s and 80s, late 70s and 80s, it's when all the emissions and fuel injection and all that started coming into play. It really became full-fledged in the early 90s. And that's when the old timers are getting out of the game. They're like, oh man, give me a carburetor and points and condenser on the ignition and I'm happy. We don't need all this complicated stuff. Well, everything's computer controlled nowadays. And that's the automotive industry back then. Well, that's where we're at. These single stage compressor contactor, capacitor, little low voltage wiring, those days are going away. And everything's going to be card inverter based sensors. And you better learn real quick how to work on them, where you're going to be looking for another line of work or retiring early. So to all you old timers out there, time to tech up because you got to learn. And I really feel like you kind of got to just stay on your game, keep learning every day. You can't ever stop learning. You just got to keep going. Let's see here. Oh, we're stopping right there. Stopping right there. Put probably a little bit too much in there. It's not overfilled, but I was trying to keep it away from the 12 degrees subcool, and I'm at 9.5 right now. So I'm happy with that. The system will perform. We'll have a 20 degree temp split inside. It will heat which we're kind of outside of heating season now because this is a heat pump. It will heat okay. It'll cool fine. It's going to handle this house no problem. So that's how we do it. We'll run a little longer because, like I said, you got to give her 20 minutes. You don't give it 20 minutes, you really don't know what it's doing. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're there. Everything's the way we like it. It's got plenty of refrigerant in it. In fact, I put more than I wanted to. I wanted to stop at about 3-4 degrees subcool, less than factory. And that's right at exactly what the factory calls for, which is 12 degrees of subcool. So, ain't taking any out. It is charged to factory specs. So, that's what it takes. Adding some refrigerant, taking your time. I've waited probably 25 minutes total to let everything balance out. Let the Tamex inside adjust itself. I'm going to button this thing back up. Ooh. Well, that's a wrap on this one. You're watching HVAC Mike. Hope you got something out of this video. If you did, do me a big favor. Like, subscribe, comment, all those things. Suggest me to your friends and your buddies. I'm out here doing HVAC in the central Indiana area. And I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. So, catch you on the next one.